This book, straight insane. Like, I got into this book because I was looking like starting an online business, building a business asset, and found this book, and it was freaking free, which is like the coolest thing ever. And it's just absolutely insane. Basically, this guy like spent years and years and years and years and years and years and years of his life trying to figure out, like, I think he spent like a decade figuring out how to get like ridiculously good at building companies and like building online businesses, which is like the coolest thing ever. So like assets that will pay you for your whole life. And then after he spent like 10 years doing this, like a decade, which I just think is insane, he like took everything that he had learned, like in person, online, doing like thousands of tests, which is just absolutely insane. I'm working with so many entrepreneurs to build like online companies. Took all of that, and then he put it in like this one book, which is like, I don't know, it's just insane. And it's like all about like the sort of the science of what he does to like build online businesses, so that you can like model pretty much exactly what he's doing, to go and just take, you know, all the work that's been done up to this point, and then just model it. And then like literally, like I think secret number 9 in here is about like how to just like do like everything that's taken him, you know, years and years and years to learn, just make it happen instantly, which is just like ridiculously cool. And it's, oh man, such a crazy cool book, because what it does is it like allows you to take, you know, what originally take forever and just do it like now, which is like super cool. But kind of more importantly than like the speed of implementation or like how fast you can get stuff done here with this like tool, which is like ridiculously cool. It's also like so much amazing stuff, but like actual business information. Like this is the kind of stuff I feel like you learn like with a PhD in marketing. It's really interesting because I was taking like this one guy, Mr. Funch, he's the coolest guy on the planet, and we're looking at like businesses and other businesses too, talking about this idea of like what you want to take people through, because so many people, you know, they have like one thing that they sell, and it's like super expensive, and there's maybe it's like mid-price or whatever, but they just keep pushing and pushing like this middle of the value ladder thing. And so maybe, you know, they're selling maybe a seminar or a webinar or some kind of service or something, but then they don't have like anything to appeal to people, like to get them up to this point, to bring them up to even higher levels of value over time. And like this is one concept in here that I like never heard of before I read this book. It's like the value ladder, and it's so crazy, because what it does is it allows you to take in a ton of people here, and then bring a couple more people here, and then bring a couple more people here, and then bring a couple more people here. And so as you go up and up, you're able to like better serve, you know, the most qualified client, and then still have an impact on way more people down here, which is like just ridiculously cool. And it's something that I like never seen before. This idea that you can give stuff of extreme value away for at low or no cost, and then still have like these back-end profits. And like most people, what's interesting is they see like this front-end stuff, you know, they see, you know, he gives this book away for free, right? They see like, you know, front-end, boring stuff, and they don't actually see the back-end where all the money's made. And what's interesting is like you can have such a profoundly big impact on so many more people if you can master this right here, where all the money is. Because then you have the ability to focus on giving tons of value to masses of people and bringing more of them, you know, through your process, through your system, which I think is just ridiculously cool, and it's something I think never thought of. And then what's awesome is it gives you like the scientific strategies on like how to make pages, how to make emails, how to make follow-up sequences, to like actually get individuals to ascend up this ladder and to bring in, you know, not only more people whose lives you can change, but also profits, right? So you can reinvest back into companies, you can reinvest back into whatever it is you do, right? It's just an asset that keeps growing and growing. And it's just like so cool. I'd never ever had this paradigm shift before, thinking that there are like different levels of value and service you can bring. So like for some of my companies, right, like we were starting here with just like software. And so now we need to figure out, okay, well, how can we have more? How can we have less, right? Because it's tough to acquire new clients when all you have is, you know, this mid-ticket thing, right? And so it's just a game changer in like actually going from basically nothing to having like a full-fledged online company in just a matter of a couple weeks, which I think is just ridiculously cool. So most people, you know, they start out in the middle and they struggle because they don't have like this established system. It's not just this, right? It's also like, you know, thinking that, oh, okay, there's nothing here, all right? And sometimes they aren't even able to convert, you know, the people that get to the middle of the value ladder up to like high-end coaching or high-end products or services, right? And so what's so cool is he gives you like the actual scripts and the sales scripts that he uses. Like he puts people on the phone and he gives them the sales script and he's like, this is what you say, you know, to convert clients, right? And then he gives you like the systems, the processes, the pages, all the facts that he's been testing for years and years and years and years to actually make this business a reality and to generate more top line revenue. Like everything you need to do that is all right here, and it starts with the simple process of building this online company, which is just like ridiculously cool. Like, he calls it the underground playbook for growing a company online, and I think that's like 100%, like insanely great, because it's all about like really getting and honing in on just increasing that traffic here and then converting it up here and really turning it into like a real company that's not a nonprofit. So many people, they start a company and then they run it like it's a nonprofit, even though it's a, you know, it's a normal company. The way they run it is they don't make any money, which is just ridiculous, right? And so this is like that formula to actually turn, you know, an idea or a product or a service into significantly greater amounts of value and really affect more people so they can create more income and build, you know, more wealth with the ideas, the products and services that you have, which I think is just ridiculously cool. And I got into it like selling other people's things, which I think works insanely well with this system. And it's so cool because like you can really start, you know, wherever you want. You can start here, you can start here, it doesn't matter, right? The system works for everything because it's all scalable, and that's sort of the biggest thing with it, right? Is that you don't have to start at the ground level and stay at the ground level, and you also don't have to start at the ground level at all, because it always goes up and up and up and up, and it's like, oh man, it's so cool, and it's like the actual like playbook to start an online company, like this idea of like how do you get people to constantly come from whatever they're doing back to go and look at your products or your services and come and buy your stuff, right? And it's some crazy concepts that I could never seen before. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, you know, just follow these steps, 1, 2, 3, and now they're sitting, you know, on your page looking to try to give you money so you can buy your stuff. And literally, like ever since implementing what's in here, you know, some of you guys know at 9 to noon, I've been trying to build like a huge funnel for it. We're really close to being done. And you got like the book, and then you got like a course, then an upsell course, which is super fun. All following the system, right? And then you got like bumps, it's everything in this system. And what's really cool is like with that, like I'm like finishing up this last part right here, and I literally can't stop people from buying this. And like the people keep sending me money to buy this, even though the website's not even finished yet. And it's all because of using the simple concept in here they call the secret formula, about like creating something that's so ridiculously cool and valuable that people will just constantly want to come from wherever they're doing and come over here and just give you money. And it's like literally been a problem because people are trying to give you money and I'm not even ready for them to give you money. And that's sort of the power of what's in here, is like you can be overflowing with just new clients coming in the door simply by following like some of the systems and processes in here, which are like ridiculously cool, and the formulas in here. They'll allow you to really get, you know, this following of individuals who just want to stick with you, which is just like insanely cool. Like what's in here is so powerful. It's like really the way to go from, you know, absolute zero, which is where I was at a long time ago with like online businesses and assets, to really building that real, you know, online company. Because online companies, you know, that's the best company you can have, right? It's scalable, easy to start, easy to grow. And there's just so many ways to do it, right? It doesn't have to be with like, you know, what I do, like info products. So with e-commerce, right, you do it in so many different industries, and just following this like simple system, which I think is like super ridiculously cool. Because, you know, I've helped a couple guys do go through this process too, just by learning it and doing it. And it's so cool because like you take what used to be this big ask for these guys, and they wouldn't really even want to like come in and do business with you. And you open up this new parallel where like instead of forcing them to do a whole bunch, or instead of making people sort of come at this level where it's like super high, you know, you have to have this big commitment, you can bring them in and you can bring in way more of them at this much lower level, and then bring them through the system, right? Bring them through the process, bring them through all this and get them somewhere over here, right? And it just grows as you sort of set up, you know, what's this process, what's the sequence that you want to impact people's lives with, right? Like how can you have biggest impact for so many people, right? You take them through the process. You go to step 1, all right, and then you go to step 2. And in each of these steps, you start to create income, you start to create, not only like cash in your pocket, but more impact on others. And you can have this tremendous impact where at the beginning they're starting out slow, but then you start to grow, which I just think is just so ridiculously cool. Because like once you get to this scale point right here, once you start to grow and grow, it just doesn't like stop, right? Because you're building this asset that keeps paying you, because of the work that you put in, at the beginning, right? Which is just like ridiculously cool. And I don't know, I've seen it happen and succeed in so many industries. It's really interesting to like see how big this kind of understand how this can keep growing and growing. It's so freaking cool. So yeah, definitely. This book is insane. It's literally free, and it's probably better than a ton of books that I've paid a lot of money for. And it kind of all comes down. Some of the concepts that I've never seen taught. I've never seen these concepts. And it all comes down to these secrets that I've never seen taught, like anywhere. And yet these are like, literally he's got screenshots of websites that he's made that have made like millions and millions of dollars. And it's just so insane to be able to like learn from someone that's been out there and actually freaking done it. And figure out how to really build that successful online business and model, works. It's just insanely cool. And he shows you really exactly how to do that, so that you can kind of skip this beginning part right here and just start doing it the right way from the first step, which is just ridiculously cool. So yeah, definitely like really good book. DotCom Secrets, definitely recommend. And you get a free copy of it too, because he knows this shit, he makes it work, and he can give away tons of value without even really asking for anything, which I think is just insanely cool. This guy is insane, he's changing our life. It's really awesome, so definitely recommend. So yeah, thank you guys so much. We got a ton of value from this. Go out there, apply it, absolutely crush it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.
May have a few breaks with me, not more than that. It was friends,